Elon Musk, once a tech hero, now a political figure. From saving Tesla and launching rockets to battling the government and trolling on Twitter, how did this guy go from being universally admired to one of the most polarizing figures in modern politics? Well, let's break it down. How Elon Musk got into politics and why the Department of Government Efficiency has so many people frustrated, and what it all means for the future. For years, Elon Musk was just seen as a visionary, making electric cars cool, landing rockets, and pushing for a sustainable future. Liberals loved his focus on green energy, while conservatives admired his capitalist mindset. He was, in a lot of ways, untouchable.
People have called you the real Tony Stark. Okay, you've got your finger in so many different advanced technologies. As I said, SpaceX, Tesla, now you've got Solar City and the solar pack that people put in their houses. Are you sincerely trying to save the world?
Well, I'm trying to do good things, yeah. I mean,
Things really started shifting in 2020 when the COVID lockdown started hitting. At that point, he was called a fascist. He openly fought with California over keeping Tesla factories open. That was the first sign. Then he purchased Twitter, fired thousands of employees, and started exposing government ties to social media censorship. This was when conservatives embraced him, and liberals started calling him dangerous billionaire. And to add on to the injury, he declared war on woke culture. And now, Elon Musk is backing a radical idea with DOGE. And no, not DOGE the meme coin, but DOGE, the Department of Government Efficiency. It sounds great in theory, streamline bureaucracy, save taxpayer money, but here's the problem.
Elon Musk and his Department of Government Efficiency have promised to take a wrecking ball to the federal government, vowing to cut trillions of dollars in spending and to dramatically reduce the number of government employees. Now we have learned that his team has gained access to something extraordinarily sensitive, the system that the Treasury Department uses to disperse almost every check and expenditure of any kind made by the U.S. government. Sources tell ABC News that Elon Musk's team now has access to the Treasury Department's payment system, essentially the government's checkbook, which processes trillions of dollars in payments and includes personal information for hundreds of millions of Americans. The access was granted over the weekend over the objection of at least one senior Treasury Department official who has been put on leave. Neither the White House nor Treasury Department has responded to our request for comment. But after midnight last night, billionaire Elon Musk talked about his efforts to shake up the government on his social media platform, X.
There's already been really tremendous progress. We've, rough estimate is that there's at least a few $1 billion.
Supporters will say this is a great idea and that the government should run like a business. After all, less waste, more results. Who would complain? But critics argue this is just an excuse to gut out social programs and hand more power to the billionaires.
Now to the latest on that unprecedented move from the White House. The Trump administration is offering a mass buyout to the federal workforce.
Roughly 2 million federal workers were given the option to agree now to resign, but get paid through September. It has local federal workers tonight confused and concerned about their future.
The mass email to federal workers hit inboxes late this afternoon from the Office of Personnel Management with the subject line, "Fork in the Road."
It's just so bizarre. And to call it that, it's pretty unprofessional, in my opinion.
We spoke to a Cleveland area federal employee who we'll call Laura, who wanted to remain anonymous, and we agreed to alter her voice. The fear among workers is high.
Shock, surprise, a little bit of despair. I think I've gone through all of the emotions this evening.
The unprecedented move has sent shockwaves among the nation's roughly 2 million federal workers. The email giving employees the option to resign with paid compensation through September. But the decision to hit reply and send the word resign must be made by February 6th. However, there are still so many questions for Laura, a mother of two with 20 plus years with the federal government.
In theory, I should be eligible to take my retirement once I reach minimum retirement age and that it will just sit there waiting for me. I'm not certain that's going to happen now either.
The Trump administration called the move an effort to drastically reduce the size of the federal workforce. Those who don't take the buyout could be furloughed or reclassified as at will, meaning easier to fire, a monumental decision facing families in days.
So what do you think you'll do? I mean,
As some people may, I don't see Elon Musk as a hero or a villain. I don't see him as a threat to the American people. I see him as a billionaire that's making big moves based on what he thinks is right. He's pushing government reforms, and some of them may be unconstitutional, and they may have a fallout that he's not going to deal with. Take the fork in the road email, for example. That was sent to all federal employees with a clear message. And instead of fostering trust and guidance, it makes all federal employees fearful for their job and creates more uncertainties. Now, was it bold? Yes. Was it smart? Maybe. But was it tone deaf? Absolutely. There's a lot of people within the federal employees that do great jobs every day and support their family. And the email sent could have been phrased in a different way, which is, you might be fired, most likely, but we will not tell you when that is if you don't take this option. That's how many people read it.